Okay, you guys, tonight I am making meatball subs for dinner. Super easy. I don't think I'm even serving anything with them. It is a meatball sub, and if that's not enough, they can figure something else out. I'm still dealing with dental surgery. I have my retainer out. Hopefully you can understand me. My meatball subs are super easy. Remember, take off your jewelry, your rings, if you don't want meat and stuff in it. So this is a little over, this is about 2 pounds of ground chuck. And I'm just kind of mixing it up just a little bit. And this will probably definitely make more meatballs than what we're going to eat tonight, so I'll probably freeze some too. So to this mixture, I add a couple eggs, just like you're doing for a meatloaf. I'm going to add probably a good couple handfuls of panko breadcrumbs. These are the seasoned ones. Super easy. And then I'm going to start mixing in some other seasonings that I personally like. I like just a little bit of the Creole seasoning by Tony's. We just have so much of this because my stepson is from Louisiana and he loves this stuff. So we always have plenty of it. Just going to sprinkle in some. No big deal with this, not precision. I'm also going to take some A1 sauce instead of ketchup because I think it makes the meatballs taste so much better. If you've never tried it, give it a shot. Excuse me. Yeah, if you've never tried it, give it a shot. I'm just adding probably a half cup. And then I'm taking one whole onion, and I've cut it in half, and I have a little grater. I'm going to grate the onion into the meatballs. Now, a lot of it will stay here, and we'll hit it. But what this does is give you the onion taste without big chunks of onion. Because, you know, Jackson's in the house, and when the kids are here in the summer, the other kids, they don't like a lot of onion. But they don't mind the onion taste. They just don't really want to bite into it. So grate the onion, see? I mean, it just goes in like water almost. Careful not to get your fingers. You could use onion powder too, but I still think fresh is best. So what I plan on doing is rolling these out into the little balls, into the little meatballs, and then I'll fry them in the oven for just, or on the stove, not in the oven, for just a few minutes to get some color on them. Then they will go into the casserole, and I'll add some fire roasted tomato and garlic marinara right over them. Serve them in a hoagie roll with some provolone cheese, and that is dinner tonight. And I don't think I've shared my meatball recipe on this channel, so I have a little clips in on my vlog too, but you'll definitely want to watch this video to figure out how to make them perfect. Everybody likes theirs different. Sometimes I add roasted red bell pepper. I don't have any tonight, so I'm just skipping out on that. Nobody will miss it. I doubt I'll be able just to bite down into one of these tonight, but I can definitely cut it up and eat it. See how that onion just goes like water. And then it has a ton of water in it. Almost done. Good enough. I don't have very much garlic powder in here, but I'm going to add garlic powder, about a couple tablespoons. I'm also going to add some Mediterranean oregano. So just a handful, tablespoon or so. And I like to grind it between my hands just to liven that flavor up a little bit. Wake it up. And then I'm going to add some salt. This is just pink salt. The grinder is awful on this thing, but I love the salt, so it's worth it. And some pepper. Much easier with grinder. And now you're just going to let your hands do the work. Start mixing it up just as you would a meatloaf. Really, the only thing that I have not added to these meatballs that I normally add to my meatloaf would be the red peppers, ketchup. You could add some ketchup to your meatballs, but I really prefer A1. And I'll probably add just a little bit more A1 here in a minute. You don't want to over mix it. You just want to do your best to incorporate all of that seasoning and deliciousness right around. I'm going to wipe my hands off and get some more A1. I just really like A1, so that's why I add a lot of it. I'll just finish it up. There we go. And I'll probably, since I'm adding more A1, you're going to have to add a little more breadcrumb just to, you know, not let it be too moist. Mix it up again. Now you'll have to cook your meatballs, especially if you're making as much as I am, in batches. So I have some canola oil heating up on my stove right now. Almost there. They smell delicious. Alright, so let's switch out the bowl for the plate. There's a little hamburger right there. And what we're going to do is just simply roll out our meatballs. Okay, so here we go. And there's no, you don't have to be perfect about it. You can get your ice cream scoop and get perfect sizes. I roll a medium-sized meatball. Roll it for just a few seconds. And that's about the size meatball I normally make. And usually it will take 4 of these on a hoagie. So I'm just going to keep rolling them out. Talk to you guys about what's been going on. So I posted a haul where I told you guys I've been running behind on everything, and it's just taken a while to get over the dental surgery. It just hurts like hell, and I've been hungry because I can't eat a lot of stuff, and I am a meat eater, you guys. I am not a vegetarian, so I want a steak, I want, you know, chicken, I want hamburger, and it's really, really hard to eat it. But I will chop these up into very small pieces and do my best to eat them. Just keep rolling them out. You could put these in the crock pot too, but if you have 30 minutes, you can make meatball subs. You don't have to worry about putting them in the crock pot if your meat's thawed out. And it doesn't matter if they're all are uniform or not, because you'll notice when they start getting brown on all the sides, and then you can just move them. So if one needs to cook a little bit longer, it's not going to make any difference at all. I think it's almost therapeutic to sit in the kitchen or stand in the kitchen. I'm standing, but sometimes I sit on a bar stool to, you know, like roll out meatballs or make pie dough or just do something in the kitchen that takes your mind off everything else. I have to tell you guys a funny story. So, I know I'm an organized person in most senses, but I forgot to pay the damn water bill. Now here in this city, you have to pay your water bill like every 4 months. It's not a monthly bill. And normally, I leave the bills in my floorboard of my car for a couple weeks and then bring them in. Well, I guess I left them out there a little bit too long. Forgot to pay the water today. Water gets turned off. I call and pay it. Jackson comes home from school. I forget to mention it. And I'm out running errands. And he calls me and says, "Mom, there's something wrong. There's a ghost in this house." And I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "All of a sudden the water started running in different rooms." Well, that's because when I was brushing my teeth and stuff, I needed water. So there's still a little bit of water in the pipes. So I turned it on. I must have not turned it off, I guess. And he was flipping out because the water started whenever, he didn't think it should, which was so cute. But I should have just let him think it was a ghost, since he's been a mean little shit here lately. But I got the water bill paid like I was supposed to. I paid it as soon as I realized it was off. It just took him a little bit longer to get out here and get it turned back on. But But you see, we're not the perfect family. We really are not. We forget to pay our bills. I forget to pay the bills sometimes. We have problems with the kids. We have all the relationship problems, any couple. Truthfully, Scott and I fight over the kids more than we fight over anything else. I'm too easy, he's too tough, and it's hard sometimes. But, there's a big piece of onion, and I don't want that in there. The water thing was hilarious. I should have just let him think that. But I didn't want him, I wanted him to check, downstairs and make sure there was no other sinks on. So I had to tell him the truth, but it was pretty cute. We're moving right along, almost done. I could have zipped right through this and, not talked through it, but haven't been on here for a couple days. I wanted to say hi to you guys. I know I had some pre-recorded videos pop up, but I'm still not really feeling that well, so I'm trying to just take my time in healing and getting better. But my family still has to eat. Moms very seldom get the night off, but I've had the last 2 nights off. My husband's done his best to take care of me, but tonight it's my turn to take care of them and make sure they get some food in their belly. It's not going to be anything fancy, but it's definitely going to be dinner. That's a lot of meatballs. 2 more to go. We're done. And we're going to start getting them in the skillet. Or that one a little bit more. Alright. So let's get these bad boys in the skillet and get them browning up. It's time. So you can see I didn't crowd the pan too much, because if you do, what will happen is they will steam rather than really brown. So just a little bit of canola oil in here. I have it on 8, if that helps you. That's like almost high. And I'm just going to get them brown. Once they're ready, they will go right into here, and then I will dump over the marinara sauce, put them in the oven just to kind of finish cooking them. I'll add some cheese while it's in the oven and put them on a hoagie roll whenever they're done. See, it's already starting to get brown. Just give it a couple minutes. Okay, so just turn them over and get them brown on the other side. Handle them with care so they don't fall apart. And there we go. Soon these will be ready to go in there. These can go right on over here in this casserole. We're just going to put them in. And they are not done, you guys. You cannot just feed them to your family like this. They're still pink in the middle. That's why they're going to finish in the oven. We're just getting some color on them. Next group. Right in. Again, you can freeze these too. You can freeze them raw, you can freeze them cooked. Doesn't matter. I'm going to turn the heat down to about 7 because the skillet's already really hot. That's about as much as I can get in there. Just 2 more clicks. We'll let those cook, and I'm going to go ahead and put these in the oven so they go ahead and start cooking through. And when it's time to put those in, I'll just get it right back out. Okay, quite a few of those are ready to go into this little casserole, and I'm only going to put a few more in, and then I'm going to finish cooking these, let them cool, and put them in the freezer. So I'm just taking a couple more out for our dinner tonight. And the rest of these, this one broke, so I will put it in here. The rest of these I will cook up, and we will freeze them for a different night when we want them for pasta or whatever. So these meatballs, let me see if you can see them, it's hot. I'm just adding some roller O-can sauce to it, and I'm just putting it right over, just like that. And I'm putting this in the oven for, 20 minutes or so maybe. And that will cook through. I will kind of move some of the meatballs, move the sauce around the meatballs a little bit. Kind of hard to see them. There we go. Okay, back in the oven. And it goes. And those will finish right in there. These are going to finish. Let me get the camera pointed again. These, my friends, are going to finish in just a few minutes. I want to make sure they're finished all the way through before they cool. I'll have to let them cool completely before freezing them. I got the heat way down, and I'm going to cook these all the way through. And then we'll freeze those. That one kind of fell apart, not a big deal. So here is the meatballs. Now I only put 2 on this one because this is Jackson's, but you can see all that oozy cheese and marinara sauce. It's going to be a delicious dinner. Thanks so much for watching. Check out more on my blog at kjaggers.com. The link is in the down bar. If you have any questions, leave those in the comments, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.